everyone, this is Lachlan and welcome to an Easter special on the Great Builds YouTube channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Easter Polybag release this year, which I was able to pick up at my local store, in this case Walmart. And this is the Easter Egg Chick Painting Fun. Yeah, that's a really long name for such a small set, but it does come with some really cool pieces and some good colors to add to your collection. So let's get right into it. So let's start with the chick here. And I will say this chick is very cartoony, so it may not be the best design for everybody. However, it does come with a lot of cool pieces, and it does have a little bit of posing to it as well. So let's start by looking at the face, where you can see these eyes are not your standard Lego eyes that they used to use. These are a newer print, which contains a little bit of shiny blue printing on it as well, which is really cool. And I think it's a good inclusion to add those in here. I personally don't have a lot of these eyes in my collection yet, and while I don't really think I'd have a lot of uses for these, I'm not entirely going to downplay them as a bad thing, because if you find a use for them in your own collection, that's great. And they're good pieces to have in your collection just in case. Now, the majority of this chick is actually using sand/spring yellow, which is a very interesting color choice for this. It's not the standard yellow, even though there is some standard yellow being used for texturing in the interior design of the chick, but this is a pretty cool color. You don't get a lot of this color in sets these days unless you're going for like the classic brick boxes. So this is pretty cool to get, and you do get some smaller pieces for detailing in this set as well, including some spares of the cheese wedge, like quarter round tiles, and these tiles on top of the head as well. You do also get an additional eye print in this set, which is pretty cool. Now, when it comes to pieces, this set comes with a piece I'm really happy with, and that's the piece used here for the bottom that holds on the feet. Now, this is a piece that I'm pretty sure is new for this year. I personally didn't get any in my collection until earlier this year, so this is a pretty cool piece. It does allow you to attach some bars and clips to the bottom of it, as opposed to on the side of a plate, which is what these pieces usually would allow you to connect to. So in this case, it's used to connect to the feet, allowing you to pose the chick a little bit, so you can have him starting to bend down as if he's about to go to work on his painting. In which, let's talk about what that is. That's the egg. Now, the chick comes with a little paintbrush, by the way, and this is so that you can kind of act as if the chick is painting the egg. It creates just a kind of a playful scene out of it. And, of course, the egg features the same color on the paintbrush used on the top, but the egg also features some light aqua and pink to go with the spring green color. Now, for me in particular, there are two pieces in the egg that are useful to me, and could be useful to you too, at least for the latter of the two. So the first of the two types of pieces that we're looking at here is the green brackets in lime. And I love lime green as a color, if that wasn't already obvious by the setup we've got here. But I'm pretty happy with how this looks, because this is a pretty cool piece and it adds even more color to the egg, even if it is hidden away. Now, putting this back on, the entire egg is connected with these kinds of pieces all the way around, and the bottom of the egg uses these cool, like, curved pieces. And you get 4 of them in this set, and these could be used for, like, awnings on buildings. They could be used for adding more curves to your builds. And I think it's pretty cool that you get 4 of them in this set, so it is a good piece. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the egg design. It looks pretty colorful. And for the amount of pieces included in the set, I'm pretty happy that they included all this. Now, the final thing that you get in this set is, of course, a little palette for the chick to pick its paint colors with. You could technically bend the beak around a little bit. It would not be natural, of course, but you could bend the beak down a little bit and have the chick picking up the colors on the palette, which is pretty cool. And then it could use it to paint the egg as just an imaginary plaything. But you do get spares of all the little studs on here, so you can kind of pick and choose what you have on the palette if you want to change it. So, that just does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one, and I hope you all have a great Easter Sunday.